So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and she just kind of started acting really tired out of nowhere, and I thought maybe she was just sick, had a cold, something normal like everybody else gets, and she was complaining a lot about her knees hurting, and with her being 2, I was like, oh, well, it's probably just growing pains, and the knee pain kept happening and getting worse, and she just kept getting more and more lethargic, and I noticed she had stopped eating, stopped drinking, stopped having bowel movements, stopped urinating, everything had just stopped. And so I took her to a hospital in Greeley, and they did a flu vid test where they look for the flu and COVID and RSV all in one, and they said it was probably just viral and sent us home after 20 minutes. And then the next day, she didn't wake up until like 12:30 in the afternoon, and we took her to the grocery store and out to lunch, and it just had drained her. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna take her to a different hospital. So I did, and I told them that I knew it was gonna be hard because she's little and it's hard to do, but she needs to get blood work taken immediately. So they did that, and her red and white blood cells were low, her platelets were low, her hemoglobin was low, and they told me that they were gonna take her to Children's Hospital, and I was like, in Denver? Like, we're in Greeley, what do you mean? And so they took her and I on an ambulance to Children's, and they did right away a blood transfusion when we were there, and came back and told us that it could be anemia, but it also could be cancer. And of course, being a mom and scared, I was like, okay, well, it's just anemia, but is there one that you're like aiming towards more? And they said, yeah, the cancer. And we stayed in Children's Hospital for a week, and she got 4 blood transfusions. She just got another blood transfusion on Tuesday. She's gone down from going twice a week to once a week now. She's not taking steroids anymore, which it's already hard with having a 2-year-old and terrible twos and growing up, but add steroids into the mix, it makes it a little tougher. Pimple. Yeah, but she has been doing great. The chemo's been doing everything that it's needed to, and luckily she has BALL leukemia, which is the more common leukemia in kiddos her age. Her survival rate is 85 to 95%. So, but she will be doing chemotherapy for 3 years.
So I was with them the night that they went to Children's Hospital. Didn't really expect to hear what we heard anyway. But yeah, no, I was with them through the whole thing. I even took off work for the 2 weeks that we were down there. I take off work to go to her cancer treatments just to be sure that I'm actually there, just to help her out, because she is a little daddy's girl. So
she has taken all of her surgery to get her port. She did really well. She does really well when they have to access her port. She does really well. The only thing that has been hard so far is the steroids. Honestly, it just...
And her not getting out of bed or being able to do stuff. She's really lost the ability to almost walk, so that's why they want to do therapy, just to kind of help her out. Just because she don't want to move, she don't want to get out of bed, she's always in pain, so.
And she's starting to get like bed sores on her back just because she's
not moving. So.
And she does get lumbar punctures, which they put the chemo through, and they do bone marrow biopsies as well.
It's been amazing having all the support and stuff that we have had for sure. Between them able to watch the baby while we go do these cancer treatments, because we'll be gone for 2 days to be able to do those. A lot of it's going to go to her treatment and stuff like that, because that's a big part of it. Also just help, since I'm having to be out of work and everything like that, just kind of help make day-to-day ends meet kind of thing. because I am the only one working. I'd rather her be at home with the kids and my kids be at home with someone else. So I do what I can, but it's only so much. So I've planned it to where my days off are for her treatment days, and then we'll go down there and stay in our motel, and I'll come back to work. I just kind of make up hours by going in earlier or staying in later. So with the spinal injections, which is pretty much like a spinal tap that she's having once a week right now, that's where she feels it a lot in her back. Can't really, I think that's what brings on the whole not really wanting to move, not really wanting to do nothing, because she can feel that in her spine. A
lot of joint pain.
A lot of joint pain, the headaches between all the medications and the chemotherapy itself.
Nausea.
Yeah, the nausea is a huge one. So she does it through her port, her spine, and the pills as well. And then she's getting ready to do what is it called, where she'll be carrying around a backpack for about a month that'll be injecting her with chemotherapy for that entire time.
24/7.
So Terry was one of our guidance counselors, so me and my sisters, and she had talked about how her brother was a boxer and how I'd wanted to do it for a long time, and she ended up hooking me up with a class. I don't remember if it was in Loveland or Fort Collins. I was pretty young. It was Fort Collins, I believe it was. Yeah, he had a nice little gym out there, and they had an MMA spot for the MMA people, and they had the boxing spot for the boxing people. And yeah, I'd go there after school, and we would do a little bit of training, and he had a great little group, and it was nice to meet everybody and get some one-on-one with him as well. And it's quite a while ago, but it was awesome to do. So.
Do you have anything? I think that this is the first time that I have really struggled through something and not wanted to give up.
Your winner, bout number 10. In the blue corner, Keyshawn Roberts.